What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Thursday March Madness episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. With me, Matt Perrault at Sports Talk Matt. To follow me on Twitter. This podcast being brought to you by BetMGM, and a good time to use that offer is right now. $1,000 first bet offer for new users with BetMGM at BetMGM.com. When you use that promo code JUICE. If you're in Massachusetts, the promo code JUICE will get you $200 of bonus bets with no deposit required in my home state of Massachusetts. For the rest of you, $1,000 first bet offer for new users. Promo code JUICE at BetMGM.com. Okay, I got a lot of business stuff I got to get into, and then I have 4 bets to go on top of Auburn -1 today in Birmingham up against Iowa. The move has come on Auburn, all right? The number went to pick, and now it's 1.5 and climbing. It might get to 2, we don't know, but the late money, overnight money, has come in on Auburn. Now, maybe it gets bought back down and you can get a pick, but that pick still holds. I like Auburn today in Birmingham. -1 is what the number I laid. You might be able to get a pick. It's 1.5 now. So I've got 2 college basketball bets to give you guys. I have 2 NHL bets to give you guys as well. I'll explain why here in just 1 second. But before we do anything else, couple quick things. First, have you guys entered into the premium giveaway that's going on right now? It's a great time to have it because you guys, if you have the BP, the BettingPros Premium, you do all sorts of research on there with picks and plays and fun stuff and prop bets and everything else. Subscribe to the BettingPros YouTube channel and comment underneath this very video, because when you do, you could win a free upgrade to BettingPros Premium, whether you're looking for access to exclusive picks, top-rated player props here in the tournament or beyond, or custom analysis of your betting performance in the NCAA tournament. BettingPros Premium has the tools to help you cash more bets, plain and simple. Don't want to wait for that giveaway where you can sign up today at bettingpros.com/upgrade and start betting smarter, not harder, which is very, very cool. All right, so our friends at Omaha Steaks want us to eat well during this very fun NCAA tournament, and I don't blame them 1 second for one bit, because look, the spring means March and March Madness. It means outside grilling because we've got friends coming over. We're going to be watching sports and watching basketball for the next 3 weeks. This is the best thing that we do as a country. I say this all the time. You can have the Super Bowl, but we've got 42 states that are represented, including the Creighton Blue Jays out of Omaha, Nebraska, who are going to be playing in this. It encompasses so many different walks of life. It is just so very cool to see this thing go off, and what a great time to have the semi-annual sale for Omaha Steaks right now. Promo code JUICE. They're going to take off $30 on top of the 50%. They're already taking off the order that you're going to be placing at Omaha Steaks. It's very, very cool. You go to omahasteaks.com, use the code JUICE when you check out, and they're going to knock off $30 off the additional 50% off during their semi-annual sale that's going on right now. Check it out, omahasteaks.com. Promo code JUICE, $30 off the additional 50% that they've already got off of it on everything with the steaks and seafood, burgers, the desserts, and everything else that's going on at omahasteaks.com. Minimum order may be required. Promo code JUICE. Check it out at omahasteaks.com. All right, so a 2-1 night last night. We got ourselves a win. So we went 1-0, 0-2, 2-1. All right, so we're flat pretty much for the week. Down the juice a little bit, 3-3 on the week. So we head to Thursday. I'll have 5 units plus in play. There is a possibility that at some point during the day today, I will add to the card, okay? But a lot of the games, the competitive games, are being played right in the middle of prime time. The late night games, not so much. Late night games are all pretty much all going to be blowouts. The 1 seeds are all playing late at night. They do it on purpose because they know that the games could get really lopsided and no one's going to watch. So they want to have the competitive games in the really big window, in the good window. So if there's something else that I like, I will jump in and I will add on to it. So we got a hockey. I mean, my gosh, that Minnesota Wild game finished with 12 goals. We played over 6. We doubled up. The first half unders, it didn't hit for us. It's now 1-3 to first half unders. And I'm just telling you this, when something gets really trendy, the books start shading. The books know what people are going to bet, so they start dropping it down. I saw a total tonight with 137 for the game and 62.5 for the first half under. I was like, that's not the math, guys. See what they're doing? They're giving you bad numbers because they know you're going to bet under blindly, okay? Be very careful with this. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful. 1-3 already. I'll be very curious if it goes 17-15 over 32 games. You lay any juice and you make zero money on this, okay? You can pot shot it and pick and choose if you want. And sure, West Virginia, Maryland, the first game of the day today, very well. You could bet a first half under and feel fairly good about it. I think that probably does hit. First game, sleepy, empty building. Yeah, probably a decent play, but maybe not, because I thought the play that was the highest scoring first half of the season for Arizona State. They couldn't miss. They hit everything. I mean, Nevada was completely shell-shocked. And we're going to follow that because the Mountain West Conference, over their last 16 tournament games, do you know the straight-up record of the Mountain West Conference in the NCAA tournament? It's 2-14, straight up. 2-14. And there are two games. Now, I think San Diego State probably wins. They won the Mountain West Conference tournament. They probably win their games today. So I'm not really going to get involved with San Diego State. They probably win. But Northwestern and Boise State, I am getting involved with. Northwestern, 19-13 ATS. They were 10-4 away from home. They won at Rutgers. They won at Illinois. This team can play away from home. This team can play in hostile environments. This team can play away from the friendly confines of their own building. Boise, 9-8-1 on the road ATS this year. There were 16-14-2 ATS overall. Now, KenPom has Boise State winning this game, but KenPom's numbers don't always account for the neutral court. Boo-booey for Northwestern. Let's go. It's on you to come up with a big W here. Now, Utah State lost their last 3 games away from home, and they lost by 10 to Utah State. Sorry, Boise State. Sorry, not Utah State. Boise State lost their last 3 games away from home and lost by 10 to Utah State in the Mountain West Conference tournament. I've seen people liking Boise. I see people following the KenPom's numbers. Free throws are going to be the key. They're the key to every game, but they're going to be a really big key for this game. You got the 55th ranking free throw shooting team against 102 for Northwestern. You got to hit your free throws, Northwestern, in this game. You can't be average. You got to be better than average hitting your free throws. The pick and roll defense, Boise's going to be able to play it. They've seen a lot of it in the Mountain West Conference, but I think Northwestern just has too many talented players, and they played such a better brand of competition. I'm not the highest guy in the Big Ten, but the Big Ten Conference is way better than the Mountain West Conference. Small number, 1.5. Northwestern minus 1.5 up against Boise State. I'm taking Northwestern for 1.1 units. Let's continue the trend. Missouri is taking on Utah State. Missouri's the dog in this game. They're catching 1.5 points in this one. Why? Well, Utah State was 21-12. ATS made it to the Mountain West Conference Final where they lost to San Diego State. Missouri 16-1 ATS on the year. KenPom, again, has this as a 3-point win for Utah State. Here's the thing. This is a battle of top 15 efficient offenses in college basketball, but Utah State's defense on paper is better. They're 66th right now outside the top 100 for Missouri. The Aggies shot just 33% in the Mountain West Conference Final overall against San Diego State, and they were 4 for 24 from behind the arc. Here are a couple of key stats for the Utah State Aggies. They are 24-1 this year when they hit 44% or more of their threes, which is obvious, right? This is a 3-point bombing team. They're 20-1 on the year when they hit 35% or more. Clearly, 4 for 24 is nowhere near either one of those numbers. Missouri's going to have to close out on the shooters, but they're long and they're athletic, and I think they can do it. Missouri is 22-0 this year, when they make 45% of their shots. They're 24-1 this year straight up when they hit 42% of their shots. Both of those stats are key to take a look at. Missouri's got to get easy baskets, hit their twos when they're open, and they got to close out on the three-point shooters, and they got to keep them under 35%. Okay? If Utah State is hitting more than 35% of their threes, we're in trouble, and this bet probably is dead. But I like Missouri just, again, the level of competition. They've played Alabama. They've played very difficult teams. They've played in hostile environments. They're going to be way more athletic than Utah State. They're going to be way longer than Utah State. And I think Missouri's athletes will be the biggest difference when they close out on shooters, getting hands in faces, and then not fouling. Don't put Utah State on the foul line. Don't give them 3 shots. Don't give them easy opportunities. I think Missouri wins the game outright. You can take money line if you'd like. Sprinkle it for sure. But I'm taking plus 1.5. I'm fading the Mountain West Conference, giving Missouri plus 1.5, Northwestern minus 1.5, and Auburn minus 1. If you notice what I am eyeballing, I'm not laying big points, and I'm not taking big points, okay? I'm not interested in games. You could say, Matt, these are coin flip games. In a lot of ways they are, right? But I'm looking for edges, and I'm not, like, I don't want to lay 6. I don't want to lay 7, okay? I don't want to be sweating out free throws at the end and get burned by some dumb foul from some senior who doesn't want to watch their career end, okay? I'm not interested in that. So I'm looking for 3 points or less for a lot of games in these tournaments. I'm looking for the lower point spreads. I want to get involved with games I think I know who's going to win the game, or I can predict who's going to win the game, and I'll bet those sides. -1, -1.5, plus 1.5, the 3 bets in the NCAA tournament today that I've got going. I very well might add, okay? There may be something later tonight. There may be something that jumps off the page, something from BVB that I love, that I get involved with, that Dave Sherapin and I bounce back and forth, and we get a pick that I love that I may add. But for right now, those are the 3 bets going into the NCAA tournament. Now, I got 2 bets in hockey. Before you go, wait, Matt, come on, man. This is everyone's bet in basketball. Listen, I'm 29-26 in college basketball. But I've missed my last 3 bets in college basketball. Somebody made the funny joke on the Discord channel. They said, this is like Michael Jordan playing baseball when you bet basketball. Like, why? Just bet hockey. The numbers would bear it out, okay? I'm 36-25, up 10 units betting in the NHL since coming back, okay? So, like, I can't not bet hockey because we've been so good at hockey. I have to bet hockey. There's a huge slate of games in the NHL, and there's 2 teams that are playing that we've made a ton of money on, Winnipeg and Vancouver. So I want to get involved. I can't not get involved, okay? I've got a couple of leans that I can give you as well if you want even more in hockey, but let's start with the Jets and the Bruins. Look, Winnipeg is 21-10-3 to the under at home. They're at home. The Boston Bruins are 16-16-1 to the under on the road this year. They're 5-5 over their last 10. And the last time these teams played, it was 3-2 in Boston. We've got the starting goaltenders in Hellebuck and Ullmark, 1-2 in the Vezina, seeing each other across the ice. See the goalie fight that we saw nearly with Fleury versus Binnington from last night? Referees should have let that go, man. That should have been a brawl. Come on, guys. Get out of the way. Let the goalie fight happen. This is awesome. This is minor league hockey in the NHL. It's phenomenal. What are you doing? Let them go. But they know. Goalies know. Ullmark knows. Hellebuck knows. These guys are competing for the Vezina. These guys are competing against each other for this trophy. 3rd game of the road trip for the Bruins. They haven't been scoring many goals. Bruins have scored 6 goals in 2 games. That's not great. They've given up 11. That stops tonight. This is a low-scoring game. Bruins defense gets fixed. They get chewed out by Jim Montgomery. Jets play more conservatively. Bruins do as well. Ullmark, Hellebuck, 6. We're going under. Under. Even money. 6. Even money. Bruins. And the Winnipeg Jets might be a little sweaty, but even money. We're doing it. Bruins, Jets, under. Now, you can bet Vegas and Calgary to the over if you want. Not going to yell at you if you want to do that. That's a bet that I nearly made. Looked long and hard at it. But the bet that I did make is Vancouver and Arizona. Okay, so here is going to be the very interesting thing when we're looking at what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. We've got teams that simply don't care anymore, okay? And Vancouver is very close to being one of those teams that doesn't care anymore. We know Arizona doesn't care anymore, okay? Vancouver has 63 points. Arizona has 61 points. Arizona is 25, 32, and 11. Vancouver is 29, 32, and 5, okay? 63 points. Vancouver is 8-1-1 to the over on the road. And the Coyotes are 7-3 to the over at home. I don't know why this is 6.5 minus 110. I don't really understand this. I kind of had to go back and do like 4 or 5 double takes on this, going like, wait, I've got Demko. I've got can't say the kid's name. Vemelka, I think is how you say the kid's name. I don't know. I just look at his numbers, but this is minus 110 for over 6.5. Like, look at the Vancouver and the way they've played recently: 4-1, 4-3, 3-2, 5-2, 5-2. Now they've won, which is crazy. Vancouver has won 5 games in a row, and they've won 7 of 9. Which is kind of like, wait, why is Vancouver playing hard? But they're playing hard, okay? Demko's got a 3.41 goals against average here, and like most goaltenders for Vancouver, he has a 4.13 goals against average on the road. High 4.1. That's not good in case you need to know about this. Starting goaltender for the Arizona Coyotes, equally, not phenomenal here. 3.7 on the road, 3.01 at home, but still over 3 for a goals against average. And for his last 5 games, 4-2-6-1-6 goals given up. All these games are at home. Arizona's had a crazy long road trip, which is really fortuitous for them to have this level. I think this is the longest homestand of the year for Arizona. Let me double check that. Let's see. They've played now. No, they got another game after that. So I guess the road trip to Colorado, they played 4 games at home, then a road trip to Colorado, and then played 1, 2 in a row, and they have 2 more, Vancouver tonight, and then Chicago coming up on Saturday to close it out, where they go about going the road to at Winnipeg, at Edmonton, at Colorado. Have fun. If you're the Coyotes, not great. But you're just looking at, the Coyotes, they want the first pick in the draft. And, they're just at home, they're giving up a ton of goals. The Coyotes, they're 5-4, 4-3 last 2 games. On the road, it was 3-2, but 4-1, 6-2, 5-4, 6-1. Every game but one of this homestand stretch, where every game's been home except one, has been over. It's gone over 6.5 goals. Don't overthink this. Coyotes and the Canucks, over 6.5. 1.1 units, minus 110. I'm taking it. Don't overthink it. We're jumping in on it. All right. So 5 bets going. They're all minus 110. I guess one's even money, so it's 5.4 units in play tonight. Maybe more coming potentially. But Auburn minus 1, minus 110 to win 1 unit, 1.1 units. Northwestern minus 1.5, minus 110, 1.1 units. Taking plus little dog action. Fading this with Missouri, plus 1.5 on Missouri against Utah State at minus 110. At minus 110, we're going under 6 even money. Bruins and the Jets for 1 unit, and we're going over 6.5 for Vancouver and Arizona for 1.1 units. Again, in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get into it. There may be something else I will add today. It's going to be a busy 4 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Welcome to the madness. Talk to in the Discord channel. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Every single morning, it is the Daily Juice Podcast, being brought to you by BetMGM.